With that, it is time for good and welfare.
I have good and welfare, Mr. Rich.
Yes, Ms. Smith.
First, I'd like to, I want to publicly apologize to Dr. Herrera. I want him to know that this was, I've been in this community 22 years. And as a member of this community, I love my community. It doesn't always love me back, but I love my community and I love what I do in this community. I ran for this position 5 years ago because our students needed, and our parents and our staff needed, someone to hear what they needed, which was they needed help. By no means did this have to happen this way, but also, you know, as I want to piggyback on what Ms. Weems said, this board has been disrupted way before Dr. Herrera got here. As I've stated before, Dr. Herrera, you came into a burning house, and you couldn't put it out with a pail of water. It needed 2 fire trucks. I listened to the comments of me calling people racist, wanting a black superintendent. That is not the case. I want the right superintendent. Doesn't matter his, her, ethnicity, or none of the above. But I want this district to move forward. We've got a lot to do. We've got 3 women, powerful women that are trying to get this together to get our kids back in school. And this back and forth, it doesn't make sense. We're here to do a job. This is not a club. But what I want to say is thank you to the board members that believe in me. Thank you to the community members that believe in me. And I want to start out with the thank yous. You know, November 16th, I mean, I even made it all the way to Connecticut. I don't even know half of these people. But I want to thank the Benton Harbor former board presidents and board members and principals and staff for their support and being there for me. The Tecumseh community, you all reached out and, you know, helped, you know, talk me through this and talk me off the edge, as well as Benton Harbor's board members. To Dr. Aaron Johnson, Naomi Cahill, Dr. Tara Shamey, Mary Beth Secor, Kelly Carpenter, Crawford, Kelly Goldberg, Jen Garland, yes, Julie Poison, Nancy Jennings, the ACLU, the beloved community, former board member Karen Balson, Dr. Pat Coleman Burns, Haya Davidson, Sue Ross, Mayor Vicki Barnett, City Council members, Mary Ellen Newland, Jackie Bolaware, Michael Bridges, newly elected State Rep Sam Steckloff, State Rep Tyrone Carter, the late Benny Napoleon, Menachem Huda, Shrila Dada, Lester Thomas, Thomas Hall, Zena Kiles, Tangi Grant, Daryl Conliff, and many teachers and parents and principals and community members, Kathleen Rice, Candy Desjardins, and Hunter and Desjardins and Sunday Taylor. I had to announce and name these people because when people accuse you of things, I know what it feels like now to be innocent and get a life sentence, but people don't hear the other side of your story. I see now what can happen to you if people don't listen and if they don't hear your side. Mr. Rich, he didn't speak out of turn. He was right. Wrong store. It was not the market. It was, not giving the store a plug, but Bath and Body Works. But I had been attacked at a local store, but this is not the first time, and it probably won't be the last. But I was at Bath and Body Works, and a couple that lives in this community stated that I was tearing this district down. Well, how do you go from being the dumbest board member to giving me this much power to make 3 people resign? But to be told in front of your child, maybe we know we can't muzzle you, but you could kill yourself. I've been told to be muzzled. I've been said that I have no ethics. But all of that is wrong. And I want to thank Joni Hubert, too, for the editorial that you put in the paper. I am not going to sit here and go combative and tear down a superintendent. Believe it or not, I like Bob Herrera. He's got a great sense of humor. If you get to know the guy, he's a good man. But it wasn't that I didn't want him here. This community is too much. It's even too much for me at times. But at the end of the day, I didn't hurt this community. I didn't sell this community short. I didn't cost this community money. Those that resigned, that were on this board, they hurt this community because all it needed was a simple conversation. I say that. I wish you all a great new year. I do want to go forward. A censorship for 6 months, that's a little too steep, especially when you don't have evidence. When it even came out in the Detroit Free Press, there was nothing on my Facebook pages or anything. So with that being said, I have resigned from Oakland School Board of Directors. I no longer sit on the DEI committee for the so am I disappointed in my fellow colleagues? Absolutely. But it was to be expected. I wish Dr. Herrera and his family the best. And that's all I have to say. And again, I'm looking forward to working with this board. Trust goes both ways. You're looking for, I need to trust you as well. So that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Are there any other comments for good and welfare?